Welcome. Welcome. My name is Tiffany McGinnis, and I'm an instructional coach at Environmental Charter Middle School. Translating for us in a moment will be Carolee Montoya, our former college readiness teacher. I am so happy to be here with all of you today, celebrating the culmination of our 8th grade class of 2021. This has been a unique year, to say the least, but I couldn't be more proud of our students and all that they've learned and all that they've accomplished throughout this year. ECS's mission is to prepare conscious, critical thinkers who are equipped to graduate from college and create a more equitable and sustainable world. Students, you have taken initiative for your own learning in a way that no one could have prepared you for. You have persevered, adapted, and created your own pathway for success. Own that. As you go to high school, we hope you use this year as proof that you can overcome any obstacles that come your way. Parents and families, we could not have done this without your partnership. We are so grateful for everything you have done along the way to get your students to this point. Teachers, your hard work and dedication has not gone unnoticed either. Our appreciation for you during this year is greater than ever. As we begin this celebration today, we're not only feeling joy, but we might feel heat. So we encourage you to hydrate, visit the water station during the ceremony if you need to. And though you might be feeling eager for the ceremony to move quickly, I urge you to be present for this hour. Enjoy every moment as we celebrate the success of these amazing young people sitting in front of us. Thank you and congratulations.
Bienvenidos, mi nombre es Carolee Montoya y a la par mía está Tiffany McGinnis, que es la entrenadora de instrucción de Environmental Charter Middle School. Estoy muy feliz de estar aquí con todos ustedes hoy para celebrar la culminación de nuestra clase de octavo grado de 2021. Este ha sido un año único, por decirlo menos, pero no podría estar más orgullosa de nuestros estudiantes y de todo lo que han aprendido y logrado a lo largo de este año escolar. Permítanme. La misión de ECS es preparar pensadores críticos conscientes que estén equipados para graduarse de la universidad y crear un mundo sostenible. Estudiantes, los hemos visto tomar la iniciativa para sus propios aprendizajes de una manera para la que nadie podría haberlos preparado. Han preservado, adaptado y creado su propio camino hacia el éxito. A ir a la escuela secundaria, esperamos que usen este año como prueba de que pueden superar cualquier obstáculo que se les presente. Padres y familias, no podríamos haber hecho esto sin sus colaboraciones. Estamos muy agradecidos por todo lo que han hecho a lo largo del camino para que sus hijos lleguen a este punto. Maestros, sus esfuerzos durante este tiempo no ha pasado desapercibido. Nuestro agradecimiento por ustedes durante este año es mayor que nunca. Al comenzar esta celebración hoy, no solo sentimos alegría, sino también calor. Lo alentamos a que pueden usar el agua que está allá a cualquier tiempo de la ceremonia. Perdón, la traducción es un poco diferente. Aunque es posible que se sientan ansiosos por la ceremonia, que se termine rápido, les insisto a que disfruten cada momento, mientras celebramos el éxito de estos increíbles jóvenes sentados frente a nosotros. Muchas gracias.
Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Cameron Lopez, our alumni speaker from the ECMSG culminating class of 2013 and ECHS graduating class of 2017.
Ahora presentamos a Cameron López, nuestro ex alumno orador de la clase Comunicación del 2013 y la clase Graduación de nuestra High School del 2017.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome, students, welcome, staff, and welcome, 8th graders, right? My name is Cameron Lopez, and as an ECHS staff and alum, I am very honored, humbled, and pleased to be this year's keynote speaker. Today is a very special day, not only to the transitioning high schoolers, but for their proud friends, families, and teachers. The COVID-19 global pandemic and the ongoing social injustice in the United States has complicated this year for many of our lives. And although we will reflect on those experiences in years to come, I think it's important that we reflect on your resiliency that you all displayed this year. I think it's important now than ever to say congratulations, because you've earned it, but your active student participation in Google Classroom submissions and the never-ending chat box conversation tells me, your teachers, and your peers that you took your education as a priority. Yes, there are many moments where your cameras were suddenly not working, microphones weren't working, but when they were, you gave your teachers and I 110%. You gave us your participation, your engagement, and your effort. These are the reasons why you're here today. No matter where we go or what we do, there are challenges ahead of us, and this year you're presented with several. No matter where we go, what I'm asking you to do today is that you meet those challenges head on, with your head held high, your heart wide open, and the future you envision for yourself here. All three will make you stronger, wiser, and more humble when you're faced with adversity. You must try to excel in everything you do. Strive for your education, strive for your community, and most importantly, strive for the future you see for yourself, your friends, and your family. Although this is no easy task, try to be exceptional and take every accomplishment, milestone, and challenge as an opportunity or experience to reflect on. Starting today, this year's challenges in today's culmination, and reflect on it as a time you overcame several challenges to get you here today. I would not stand here and speak to you as if I were some model student, because I was not. Mr. Lakey and Mr. Underwood could attest to that. But by reverting back to the very skills, life lessons, and teachings that I've acquired during my times here at ECMS, I was able to accomplish numerous short-term and long-term goals I had envisioned for myself. Your time here at ECHS has not only taught you the importance of sustainability, community service, and social justice, but the very unique staff and faculty here, sorry guys, the wind, have taught you to be resilient in anything you do, be resilient in everything you believe in, and be resilient in anything that's worth accomplishing. Use those values and apply them to your daily lives and let them lead you to great success throughout high school and beyond. You will face countless obstacles, both socially and academically. I know you will approach and tackle them in your own unique ways, but how you overcome those obstacles that help you carry the torch will be how you present yourself. So in closing, congratulations to our resilient 8th graders, and congratulations to the families, teachers, and friends who got you here today. Thank you.
It works if we block it physically. Good morning, buenas tardes. Thank you for being here. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Dave Trejo. I am the principal of ECMS Gardena, and I am proud and humbled to stand in front of you today. The words that I share and I dedicate to our students today will be only spoken in English, but they are translated in the program if you have anyone with you that only speaks Spanish. But in the interest of not keeping you out in the heat too long, and the words are really dedicated to the students, we're going to make sure that we try to move as quickly as possible. Gracias por estar aquí. Si no me han conocido, estoy aquí bien humilde, pero bien orgulloso de este grupo de alumnos. Mi nombre es David Trejo, soy director de la escuela de ECMS Gardena. Las palabras que les vamos a dedicar a los alumnos ahorita no los voy a hablar en español, solo los voy a hablar en inglés, pero en el programa los imprimimos en español para que tengan y puedan seguir y saber el mensaje que les andamos mandando. ECMS Gardena, class of 2021 North, congratulations for being here right off the bat. You look sharp, you look great. You look a lot more sharp than you generally do on Zoom when we see just the top of your head, if we're lucky. I'm gonna start off with a poem from Tupac. Yeah, that Tupac, the one that we used to listen to when we were a lot younger. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete, proving nature's laws wrong? It learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete and no one else ever cared. It's a poem titled The Rose That Grew from Concrete. As you know, we are an environmental school and we have a ton of plants, trees, fish, all sorts of environmental things on campus. But do you know what one plant inspires me more than any other one? It's these small blades of grass that grow through the cement in the 8th grade patio. Some of you may have seen them, some of you probably have never seen them, but I assure you they are there. And while that grass is probably not quite as beautiful as the rose that Tupac writes about, it's beautiful to me. That grass was not watered by you in GA class. It was not watered by Miss K, Mr. Sloan, or Mr. Luis. It was not planted in compost-rich soil. That grass is not supposed to exist, but yet it does. I want to tell you about a wall inside a living room in a small house in El Monte, California. A wall made possible by air conditioning. A wall that is just like that grass that grows in the cement of the 8th grade patio. A wall that is just like the rose that Tupac writes about. Beautiful because it's not supposed to exist. When I was a kid, air conditioning was my everything. My mom would cram 5 kids into a beat up, faded white station wagon that often wouldn't even start. And when she dropped us off at school, she wouldn't say, "I love you, mijo," or "have a good day." She would just say, "air conditioning." And we knew that she would then drive off to what nowadays we'd probably call a sweatshop to sew all day, sew. She'd be making clothing, Halloween costumes, backpacks that she couldn't afford to buy for her own family. My mom would steal scraps of fabric out of the trash can to come home and put them together and make backpacks for us. She dreamed of the day her kids would be successful enough to work in air conditioning. As the youngest of those 5, by 1st grade, I figured out how important parent conferences were. Based on what my teachers said, we were either gonna get some fast food, maybe some Happy Meals, some high praise, maybe even money. In my house, if it went the wrong way, it could also result in violence. And if it wasn't for air conditioning, I have no doubt that with the best of intentions, my teachers would have said, "He's great when he's not distracted," or "He can achieve a lot when he's focused." But the only thing that my father would have heard is, "He gets distracted and he doesn't focus." So air conditioning saved me. It became my mantra. Air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning. And air conditioning led to successful parent conferences in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade. After each one of these conferences, even if there was violence at home, I was spared. And then came my 3rd grade parent conference. For whatever reason, on this given night, all 5 siblings, even though we didn't all go to the same school, had parent conferences on the same night, and mine was last. By the time it got to me, my parents were already heated, sitting down next to me across from Miss De Francesco, my first love, 3rd grade teacher. I was positive I was going to marry her, but that's another rabbit hole, and I'm going to use air conditioning to refocus. She went on to tell my parents that in her short career, never had she been so impressed with a 3rd grader, that she had already spoken with the principal to consider skipping a grade. Changed my father's mood in a heartbeat. He was filled with pride, and it no longer mattered what was said in the other 4 conferences. Everyone got a get out of jail free card. So on the way home, we pulled into KFC. That was a big deal for us. And I got to pick the sides. And I don't know if any of you are younger siblings or the youngest, but like that's a big deal. You never, as a youngest sibling, you never get to pick. Mac and cheese and mashed potatoes, if you're wondering, that's the only right answer. At home, my family ate together, laughed together, and was genuinely happy together. And as I observed this rare night where no one had to walk on eggshells, it dawned on me that I made this happen. That I had done so well academically that not only was I spared violence, but my whole family was safe. Air conditioning was deeply ingrained in my DNA after that. I barely ever had to repeat it out loud. And it stuck with me long after my father went to prison and my mom struggled to raise us by herself. It got me through middle school and high school, and real talk, middle school was rough. I got in fights, I argued with teachers, I struggled emotionally, but air conditioning and my mom's living room wall saved me. Because it was in middle school, shortly before 8th grade culmination actually, that my mom broke down crying. Raising 5 children by herself in a gang neighborhood, not speaking English, working long hours, little pay, struggling so much that she had to steal from my piggy banks to buy groceries. It was too much for her. So she brought the 5 of us into a living room and took everything down off of one wall. And she said, nothing goes on that wall, no pictures, no art. The only thing that will go on that wall are your college degrees. We asked, what about our high school diplomas? And she said, we'll throw you a party, but that's going in the drawer. That wall is for college degrees. We tested it. We would buy things, we would make art for her, we'd hang it on the wall, and always silently and gracefully she moved it to a different wall. That wall was for college degrees. So when life got rough, when school was boring, when bullies or haters came my way, I was tempted to go negative. But that wall and air conditioning were more important to me than any drama or boredom. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with life when I was your age, but I knew that I was going to be successful because my why was strong. Air conditioning and that wall were my why, and I knew that my accomplishments had to be worthy of my mother's sacrifices. So today, if you go visit my wonderful mama in El Monte, 2 things are going to happen. She'll make some bomb chilaquiles for you, and 2, she's going to take you to her wall, where there are degrees from Stanford, Columbia, Cal Poly, USC, UCLA, and Princeton. That wall is not supposed to exist in the house of a poor immigrant who doesn't speak English, whose ex-husband went to prison, located in a gang neighborhood, but it does exist. It is the grass growing in the cement by the 8th grade patio. It is the rose that Tupac writes about. And this year, coming into 8th grade, you are not supposed to succeed. You are not supposed to be able to learn in distance learning. You were not supposed to be able to achieve. You were not supposed to be able to achieve enough to culminate in the middle of a global pandemic. Yet you are here. You are the grass growing in the cement by the 8th grade patio. You are the rose that Tupac writes about. You are my mother's air conditioning, and you are the degrees on her wall. Moving forward in life, not just high school, but in life, I want you to continue to be that grass, be the rose, accomplish your dreams, become the leaders you were born to be. And when obstacles come your way, connect to your why. What is your air conditioning? The day you can answer that question is the first day of the rest of your life. I'm going to leave you with Tupac's words one more time. Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Proving nature's law is wrong. It learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else ever cared. The only thing that's different between that rose and you is that you have a lot of people that do care. Congratulations to the class of 2021. The world is waiting for you to go forward and make it a better place. Yeah, turn the mic on, like, turn it off.
Too short for me.
It's on the side, the black thing.
Yeah,
Louis got you.
sucks. Oh, turn off. I think I took it off. Oh, there you go.
I thought I was tall.
Yeah. Hold on. Can you fix this one? I think I missed it. I can hold it. My bad, y'all. I think I just broke the whole thing. I'm sorry about that. Thank all of you for being here. I'm Mr. Lakey. I'm the 8th grade mathematics instructor for ECMSG. I just want to say that all of you being here is a testament just to who you are as people and the work you've had to put in. I'm the father of a 6th grader, and he's on a roll this year, which was awesome, but he's in eyesight of where I work in my office, and he had so many breakdowns, so many tears of just having to do this distance learning and how hard it was for him. And I think those are things that we don't see as teachers. We don't see the struggle that most of you are having at home, and trying to just log on sometimes was a struggle for him. For me and my wife had to like just pat him on the back, give him encouragement, just to click that button some mornings. So all of you that logged in every day, we're just saying thank you for just trying to be as resilient as you can with as tough as the circumstances were. In saying that, there are some students that, yes, logged in, but found consistency the entire year. They found ways to stay on top. They found ways to stay focused. They found ways to have success in this troubling time. So I want to mention a couple of those students for mathematics. So I have this award called the Consistent Mathematician, and I kind of just paraphrased it. They just were consistent the entire year. They found ways to stay on point, found ways to ask questions, had cameras on the majority of the time, just let me know they were with me in the classroom, and I fully appreciated it. First person is Christopher Alameda. You can come up. I definitely want to thank you for this year. Second person that I put as the consistent mathematician is Diego de Jesus Moreno Franco. Good Diego. Second award I have for math is flawless effort. You just were consistent the entire time. Let me know, like I said, that you were with me and that you were trying to learn as much as you could. First person will be Kaylee Michaela Correa Lopez. Second person is Samantha Diaz Riviera. And I have one last award for math. NASA, the National Aeronautical and Space Administration, they had like a little program. You could offer up a couple of students, and they would go through some of their criteria and see if this kid really kind of met the steps to get this certain award. And I've listed a couple of our students, and one from this cohort north received this award, and that's Vanessa Asamoah. So these are 5 students for me for mathematics that were just consistent, and I want to say thank all of you for your effort, and I appreciate you. Now coming up after me will be Miss Petra with awards for English.
Good morning, family and friends. My name is Miss Petra, and I'm the 8th grade English teacher. I've also had the privilege to have North as my advisory class. And I just want to say that I've seen this group of students grow into leaders by staying positive, by being resilient, and by helping one another. I feel lucky to have been your teacher, and thank you for a great year. Now I'm going to give a couple awards for English. This first individual started English class by admitting that it was not their strong subject. Throughout their year, they were able to maintain above a 3.0 GPA and persevere through their academic insecurities. They revised and revised and revised, and they improved tremendously. It's my pleasure to give this award to Diego Moreno Franco for receiving the English award. Come on up, Diego. Congratulations. So many awards. Started. This next student was a huge asset to our English class. Halfway through the year, They came out of their shell and blew me away with their knowledge and care about the world around them. They led many discussions and were very passionate about social justice issues. I can't wait to see you make the world a better place. Congratulations, Desmond Rivera, for receiving this English award.
And now we have Mr. Underwood announcing awards for science.
Hello, everyone. I have 2 science awards I want to give out. The first, both of these students that are getting science awards today are extremely consistent, 3.5 or higher GPA in my class every single quarter, and always leading discussion in science class. And I just want to really appreciate both of them for kind of anchoring my science class in North. So thank you guys. I'm going to give the first award to Vanessa Asamoah. She's stacking them today. Very nice. And the other one is for Andrew Trujillo. Next up, Bradford for History Awards.
Good morning, families. I'm Ms. Bradford, the U.S. history teacher, and I have a few people that I want to recognize for both academics and leadership. It's really hard to choose. It's been a really challenging year, and there have been so many students who have done such fantastic work, but I've had to narrow it down to just a few. The first awards I want to give are for academics. These are 2 students who have worked so hard all year. They have been consistent, they have been leaders, they have been high achievers, they have been advocates for themselves, they reach out to me, they come when they need help, they make sure they're on the right track, and they've done excellent work the entire year. The first award is for Desmond Rivera. And the next award is for Diego de Jesus Moreno Franco. I have 2 more awards, and this is for being excellent collaborators and overall leaders in the class. These are students who, even when no one's watching, I can pop into a breakout room and they are deep in conversation. They are leading their teams through deep discussions about the content, which isn't exactly easy as an 8th grader discussing U.S. history. But they have been so dedicated to pushing their classes pushing the lesson forward, keeping their teams on track, and just really being a part of some really rich and deep conversations. The first of these, Diego de Jesus Moreno Franco and Vanessa Asamoah. Next up is specialty.
You guys are good. Come on. Up to the picture.
Because you broke the mic.
On behalf of our specialty teachers, I have an award for each of our specialty classes. In recognition of self-expression to make sense of the world and using art to send a powerful message of hope and change, we give the Activist in Action Award to Azul Ramirez. For the ECMS Earth Warrior Award, this is in recognition of passionate commitment to learning about and advocating for our planet and the life it holds. This award goes to Samantha Magana. The ECMS Endurance Award goes to a student in recognition of their strength in the face of adversity and pushing through difficulties with positivity and grace. This award goes to Dasmine Rivera. And finally, our Rising Star Award is going to a student in recognition of their consistent growth, for shining bright and distinguishing them as a leader of our community. This award goes to Vanessa Asamoah. And in a moment, I am going to pass it over to Dr. Ramirez Holden to pass out our honors award. Oh, that will be in just a moment after Mr. Delgado hands out community service awards.
Thank you. Oh, I'm loud. Thank you, guys. Next awards that I want to give out is going to be a recognition of community service hours. So this group of students, it's a few of them. And what I want you guys to do is when you hear your name, stand up and stand in the line in the order that I called you guys. This group of students did community service hours regardless of how we were in a pandemic. They figured out how to do that virtually. They gave back to their community. They either cleaned up the community on their own, or they were in Mr. Lakey's breakout rooms helping their peers understand the math content. Some of these students also created a self-care form for other students to be part of it. So these students really did a lot to give back to the community of ECMS Gardena and also the city of Gardena. So thank you guys so much. Christian Herrera, can you please come up? Christopher Alameda. Vanessa Asamoah. Kaylee Correa. Samantha Diaz. Johan Fuentes. Giovan Garcia. Octavio Gonzalez. If you guys saw a video of some student pretending to be on Zoom and eating crackers, that was him. During the Zoom, we're trying to explain that it was important for students to have their cameras on because they could be doing other stuff. So he was the all-star that showed what happens behind the cameras when it's off, which was playing video games and eating crackers, right? Samantha Magana. Antonio Martinez. Diego Moreno. Alison Ortega. Azul Ramirez. Dasmine Rivera. We gotta get you a chair over here, huh? Laisha Rodriguez. And Andrew Trujillo. Make sure you guys look at Mr. Gibson. He's gonna get a picture of you guys. I'm gonna put this picture up on my wall, so smile with your eyes because the smiles are not gonna come out right now. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. All right, we're good to go. Thank you guys. Now I'm gonna hand it off to Dr. RH.
Good morning, families. I'm Dr. Jessica Ramirez Holden, the assistant principal. The next group of students received honors for maintaining their GPA above a 3.0. This is not an easy task, especially after the year we all experienced. They became independent learners overnight and had to navigate a world they were not taught how to do. They logged into class every day, engaged in class discussions, asked questions, and stayed on top of their assignments and schedule, and remained resilient. I'm honored to present the awards for the students with honors. Let's give them a round of applause as I say their names. Vanessa Asamoah. Diego de Jesus Moreno Franco. Jasmine Rivera. Johan Fuentes. Samantha Diaz. Christopher Almeida. And Andrew Trujillo. Congratulations. Next, I would welcome up Miss Petra to present Student of the Year.
All right. It is my privilege to announce Diego Moreno Franco as Student of the Year for North. Now, Diego is a true definition of a leader. He leads with grace, compassion, and empathy. Oftentimes, I felt like I had a co-teacher in the class with me. He brought great energy, and he's also a huge advocate for his 8th grade. And I'm so proud of the young man that you're becoming. Congratulations, Diego.
Now we're gonna hand it off to the student speaker, which is also gonna be Diego. So you can just come back around and do a U-turn.
Hello. Very hot outside. Good morning, parents, staff, and culminating class of 2021. As you heard, my name is Diego de Jesus Moreno Franco, and I'm thrilled to say that we did it. We made it. We've made it through a tough year filled with a lot of ups and downs. We're here, all celebrating here together today. My experience at ECMS Gardena began when I first walked through the front gates. I had emotions of nervousness, excitement, and curiosity. How I got rid of my nervousness, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. I first started to introduce myself to people such as a now good friend of mine, Andrew. I also had backup, and this was my cousin Gabriel. Where are you at? As the nervousness seemed to leave, excitement took over. Meeting new students and new teachers was something I looked forward to. Lastly, curiosity snuck in. I wondered what the rest of my middle school experience was going to look like. This year, I learned that together as a family, we can overcome anything. I realized when we stick with one another, we can overcome obstacles such as COVID-19, technical difficulties, and social separation. What I realized about myself during this year is I am fully capable of succeeding in anything that I put my mind to with the support of those around me. I've learned to reach out for help, assist others in need, and be a role model for my sixth grade little brother, Jesus, who will continue at ECMS Gardena. Here I would like to thank my parents, Jesus Moreno and Maria Franco, godparents, Ramon, Eleanor, and all of my family for supporting me along this journey. And of course, the best cohort, North. My experience at ECMSG has taught me many things, one of which that we need to fight for our planet. We are the future and we need to focus on making this planet healthier and safer for generations to come. I'd like to shout out Ms. Klotz for teaching us about global warming, sea pollution, and overuse of fossil fuels. She taught us about how we can stop the uses of fossil fuels like CO2, methane, and greenhouse gases. I have also learned the importance of community building. Community building is a way of strengthening bonds amongst our peers so we can continue working together as well. What I learned about the world this year is that when we are faced with a series of obstacles, we unite together as a community. My community consists of family, friends, teachers, and even strangers who down the road will become friends. I learned that helping the elderly in our community is very important because they too need assistance when going to the grocery store, carrying heavy items, and even someone to talk to. What I want to remember from my middle school experience is the teachers. Although they have taught us virtually all year, it feels as though they've been for us throughout the whole pandemic. Our teachers showed us to be resilient, dedicated, and strong-minded students. Teachers like Petra, who taught us that being in a community full of people who care for you is an important part of growing up. Mr. Lakin is mathematical genius, makes with his humor to get the class motivated, made this class an awesome one to participate in. Mr. Underwood and his scientific knowledge made science class entertaining. Ms. Bradford and her historical facts, which were very interesting, made this class very informational. Ms. Klotz and her environmental fight to make the world a better place was very hands-on. Ms. Sarah and her artistic background made this class very colorful. Coach Scruggs and his physical fitness class made me sweat, like now. Mr. Limon and how he taught us the importance of history, so we do not make the same mistakes over and over again. There are many other teachers, though, who made an impact in my life, such as Mr. Sewell, Mrs. Price, Mr. Hawkins, and Ms. Montoya. The advice I have for my classmates is to never give up. Now, I know you hear this in every speech, but it's true. Mistakes help us grow, so when the challenge comes up again, we know exactly what to do. This is not only true for high school, but for all your goals and dreams. So keep working hard, stay focused, and reach for your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2021. I'd like to end my speech with a quote. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Master Ugwe, Kung Fu Panda. Thank you.
All right, now I'd like to call up Miss Petra from the North cohort.
And now the time we've all been waiting for. When I call your name, please come up and get your diploma. You may pause for a picture. First up, Christopher Alameda. Vanessa Asamoah. Daraj Bish, Kaylee Correa Lopez, Samantha Rivera Diaz, Abriel Espinosa, Luis Estrada, Johan Fuentes, Giovan Garcia, Octavio Gonzalez, Christian Herrera, Tylee Johnson, Samantha Magana, Antonio Catalan Martinez, Gabriel Moreno, Diego Moreno Franco, Nadia Olmos, Allison Ortega, Azul Ramirez, Brandon Reyes, Jasmine Rivera, Lisha Rodriguez, Rabia Shadid, Andrew Trujillo, and Vinny Wolfram. Congratulations, class of 2021. You have made me very proud, and I'm so lucky to have been your teacher this year. Thank you all. Next up, we have Dr. R.H.
All right, hello again. We have one more activity before you start your family celebrations. We all know how difficult this year was for students. There were so many moments in which they wanted to give up, but they did not. They didn't make it alone, though. This year, families played a more important role more than ever in their success. You became homeschool teachers overnight. Some of you supported your child's education online while working from home. Some of you had multiple people learning from home and didn't have a break. Some of you lost your jobs and struggled financially this year while not allowing your child to give up. Some of you lost loved ones this year and did not have time to grieve.
Tenemos una última actividad antes de que nos vayamos. So, por favor, de esperar y celebrar juntos. Todos sabemos que este tiempo era muy difícil para todos. De un día a otro, los estudiantes tuvieron que ser exitosos virtualmente. Aparte de eso, los padres en la casa tuvieron que ser maestros, consejeros, todo en la casa. Y una cosa que no ponimos es que nos dimos cuenta que los estudiantes comen más en la casa que... pero aparte de todo eso, era muy, muy difícil, pero los estudiantes lograron todo lo que pudieron y era acerca del apoyo que le dieron a ustedes. Lo hicieron ustedes y el esfuerzo que le dieron a los estudiantes duró y por eso estamos aquí.
This year, your child learned how much you can manage and how much you are willing to do to support them every single day. We want to say thank you to the families of ECMS Gardena that made the success of your students possible. We know that you didn't do it for us, though. You did it for them. So we would like to ask you to do something very difficult. In the next few moments, your student will walk and stand next to you. Don't hug them or celebrate yet. They have a gift for you, and they also have something they want to say. So now, students, I'm going to ask the first row to stand and please go get your gift.
Este año aprendimos demasiado los estudiantes y también los padres de que esto se pudo lograr con el apoyo de ustedes. Los estudiantes no lo hicieron solamente lo hicieron para nosotros, ustedes. Y ahorita los tenemos aquí a ustedes y queremos darle las gracias. Solo les pedimos que ahorita cuando los estudiantes vayan con ustedes, hagan una cosa que va a ser un poco difícil. No los abracen, no celebren todavía. Ellos les quieren regalar algo y decirle unas cosas en unos momentos. So, por favor, de nomás estar al par de ellos y todavía no celebren.
Students are walking over to stand next to you. Second row is going now to get their gift and card. And last row, please stand to go get your gift. Don't give it to them yet, please.
Andrew, I
Hold
see
on.
you.
Hold on, there'll be space. Families, we know that no matter what we say, there is not a thank you in this world more powerful than coming from your children. So, students, please open up your card, and now you may read your note to your parents and hand them your gift.
Sabemos que la gracia más grande es del estudiante de ustedes y ahorita en este momento queremos que los estudiantes abran la carta y les lean lo que les escribieron. So this song here is from one of our students. This is an instrument that he likes to play. He's been playing it all year and he's been getting better at it each year. And he wanted to gift it to you guys to be able to hear him play. And he's slowly growing his skills with the guitar. Esta canción es de uno de los estudiantes que tenemos en esta escuela. Quería regalárselas a los estudiantes y tener la música jugando durante este tiempo.
ECMS Gardena students and families. You did it. Have a great day. Stay safe, and thank you for being here.
Felicidades a todas las familias por estar aquí. Ya lo terminamos todo y gracias a todos por estar aquí. Antes de que nos vayamos, quiero que sepan de que tenemos agua. Si gustan agua, ya sé que hubo un poco de calor. Y tenemos Crossroads que va a estar dando ice cream. So si gustan agarrar, pueden agarrar. Parents, just remember that we have water up on the left-hand side, my left-hand side, and we have Crossroads giving away ice cream. It is free. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we also have a picture station over there, right behind the bleachers. Y tenemos un estacionamiento para fotos, si gustan tomar fotos, saliendo del estacionario. Gracias. Let's play the same one again. I want to hear it. Raymond.